Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Michigan State Spartans. The Cornhuskers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Spartans' offense will take the field first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. This crowd full of throats, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. And the Spartans send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. So Nebraska's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point.
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Sparty's defensive front is dominating. They have a great history of doing that.
Yeah, getting after the quarterback, man. Getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense that can stop the run and find the quarterback. Man, that's what you'd like to see.
Going for it all. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Huskers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Give to the running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. To the ground to try to move the chains.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Quick completion on the out. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24. And the Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll do it himself. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Spartans have their offense in high gear. Hands it off. Nice move to keep running. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. the RPO complete. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Spartans! Fitted in the window for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big field. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Hand off from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Off the play fake on first down. Unleashes one. It's caught. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Powers through the defender. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a...
He hurls one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with a football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Gonna run it. It's Miranda. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The pull and throw off the RPO. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. So now it's second and long. Creates a little room. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Turning it on. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. And the Huskers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Right back to the well. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Young. At the 35, he's loose. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it Huskers are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face the touchdown, Nebraska! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep him there. They'll try the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And man, you gotta like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Spartans will line up to punt it away. Bringing out, they got stuck in reverse. Able to punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. Corrals it at the 45. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown. Throws toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He's got it down the middle. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. New set of downs after the completion. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. With the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out the game.
They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. Bring in the heat. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Quickly to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Spartans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Can't get him to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Spartans will try to pin them back with the team out with this one. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback adapted. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Now they'll run the draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to...
It's a big stride inside the 10. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Husker!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. 3 tight ends in the formation on first and 10. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Collier. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They've got a chance to get out from their own end. 2nd and 6 from the 18. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Collier. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know. He's a big part of this offense's success.
Floating away. There he goes. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Running back searching for a hole. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Sweet putt there. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin them deep. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Pulls it in. It's Hunter. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Huskers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. The Cornhuskers will punt it away on fourth down. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They'll go to work in the air on second down. Sets up the screen. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
There's a very high standard and a high bar when you're playing defense at Nebraska. You always hear people talk about the black shirts. Well, this guy right here, he fits into that because of his speed. You saw in that blitz, they had no shot of blocking.
He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Spartans will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. To the air on first down. Got his man quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Offense gets set for second down. This time they'll go to the running game. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's a heat. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense, whether it's the option or whether it's conventional. They've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Huskers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Young. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
It's complete on the right side. And he'll throw it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. They go to the ground, and this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement change impossible. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They booted away. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Makes the catch. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he makes the catch. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Huskers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the big fella. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Looking downfield on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Spartans will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at half. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Spartans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Miranda. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Caught over the middle. It's Collier. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Wants to go up top. Using the quick game. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The Spartans are rolling down the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
If your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Toss to the outside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll run it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Gets it out fast. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. He'll pull it on the read.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And the Spartans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Vincent. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. The Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Makes the grab. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. Smashes through the tackle. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. And the Spartans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. They're working that left side. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Spartans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Goes to the option. Now the toss. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. The punt team makes its way onto the field. That is just gorgeous. Knocks it out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Running to the left. Gives them a little more breathing room. A 3-yard gain out to the 7. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. All kinds of room to the right. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Husker! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't pay it off with the score.
Yeah, and I think this defense is riding the bend, but don't break philosophy. Don't give up explosive plays. This offense, Jesse, has to find a way to manufacture some big plays and some scoring opportunities.
Man, I don't know if they're going to win, David, if they have to keep driving 8, 10, 12 plays. You're right. You got to find chunk plays somewhere. So identify the guys that can score touchdowns and get them the ball.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. And the Spartans will punt this one away. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. From the gun, running back gets to give. Past the first down marker and still running. Lots of running room. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
He'll do it himself. Breaks the tackle. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Spartans line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll settle for some pretty good field position. The fair catch at around the 35. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Pressure coming. Makes the grab. It's Tuggle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Judowski. They've got it to the 49-yard. And they'll move the chain. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Knowles. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
The Cornhuskers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. We've reached a break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And they'll just down it right there. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Here's the pressure. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down, 4th down coming up. And the Spartans decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll take it on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
But with the defense trailing, they're trying. Dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the 1st down and avoid settling for the field goal. Grab near the marker. It's Tuggle. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Snagged in the middle. It's Bell. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they take it in for 6 more points. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Floats it out in space. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Oh, they're after him. Got it behind the line. It's Vincent. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Spartans send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Now on the return. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap.
He's going to fire deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Quickly out to the tight end.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. And the Spartans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And it was a good run, right? You had the first down. You knew you had the first down. Now just take care of that football. You see a lot of times those second efforts fighting for extra yards, and that's when running backs seem to cough it up.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Markway. Turning it on. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Off play action on first down. Here comes the heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. This offense looking at a 3rd down after that last completion. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The Spartans will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Got enough for the first down. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The pitch. Thrust that arm out. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. To the ground with the back. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. A shot toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And the returner will be brought down. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
And every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route and hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.